Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time we're taking a look at the 1999 Mazda RX-7 RE Amemiya Racing GT300, and no, I'm not saying the rest of its name. It's been ages since we've done a GT300 car, and typically they've gone really well around here, so be interesting to see how this one gets along. RE Amemiya is an RX-7 sort of tuning house. I believe I've seen this body kit on quite a few RX-7s. I like it. I like the Perspex sort of cover over what would have been the pop-up lights and some of the aero design they do. Not too keen on that rear light bar, but each to their own, I guess. And it's got a giant rear wing on it, because of course it has. It is quite amazing to me that Mazda never really decided to go do GT500. Typically RX-7s, well, in fact all RX-7s to my knowledge, were GT300 class. I don't know if even Mazda bothered to do any of that through factory. I'm sure they must have done, but yeah, always a little bit weird to me. They never really decided to make that leap up to GT500, but there you go. So anyways, RX-7s are quick, and statistically this one should be 2 front-end and rear-wheel drive, 453 horsepower, 980 kilos. I am excited to see how well this drives. Anyways, it is going to get 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Mitsubishi GTO LM Edition, set a time of 27.223. The RE Amemiya is not beating that. So in terms of where this is going to go, it's GT300 rivals. The Sanavi Silvia set a 29.328. The A86 was like a 29.8, and the Celica Wed Sports, which this car shouldn't even be remotely thinking about, that set a 28.3, but again, it's worth pointing out that one is front-wheel drive. Another thing to watch out for, GT500 or GT300s are typically quicker than the GT500 cars, so something worth bearing in mind. Usually it wouldn't be that case, but of course, because this track is so short and these cars actually do make an awful lot of power for the sort of size and weight they are, I can't say I'm too surprised by that. 28.948. That is... I've got to try and look at this now. Okay, so this thing is really not far off beating the Supra Castrol JGTC car that we've had go around, which is a very quick car. That's at a 28.922. So hopefully this can muster into that. I don't think it's going to beat the quickest GT500 car we've had. That is the Tacta NSX. That's at a time of 28.5 not too long ago. And that thing was monstrous. I say not that long ago. By the time you see this, that would have been almost a month ago. But for me, actually even for me, I think that was like a couple of weeks ago. So good car, the NSX though. The NSXs are usually the quickest GT500 cars. Again, they're one of those cars that everyone seems to complain about in like the base game, but I never really had much of an issue with them. I should point out this GT2 Plus mod puts the Skylines to rear-wheel drive, which is how they would have been IRL. So if you are curious why Skylines aren't the GT500 car dominating the top of the leaderboard when I drive a track like this, the way I do drive this, that's the reason. Although in fairness, I don't know how much more controllable they'd be if they were four-wheel drive. Anyways, this is exactly what I expected it to be. It is a very nice car to drive, very sort of composed, it's quick, you get a good amount of traction, a little bit of oversteer, but nothing that's like unmanageable. Oof. It was through there though. There's not going to be any quicker on this lap, but still, that is a lovely car to drive, as all RX-7s have been around here, or at least all FD RX-7s have been around here. Yeah, good car. I think you could even, there's a little bit of potential there for it to go an inkling quicker. I don't think again it would be challenging the GT500 NSX, but yeah, good car, really good car, nice to drive, solid, can't complain. Yeah, there's a little bit of time in there, I'd say. I wouldn't listen to that Sector 1 time too much, but yeah, there's a little bit of time in there, but overall that is a lovely thing to drive, really. Very, very nice, very, very quick, and it has been rewarded as such. 28.768 places this into 25th place. Goes in between the Honda CRX Del Sol LM Edition and the Opel Calibra Super Touring Car. It's quicker than a Toyota GT1, which is interesting. As I mentioned before, it is about 0.2 up on the GT500 Castrol Supra. It's quicker than the Mugen NSX, although that one was the first GT500 NSX to run. It's miles quicker than the Skylines and Sylvia's and that E86. Not quite on the level of the Wed Sport Celica. Again, that is a phenomenally quick car because it is front wheel drive, which helps massively around this course. But it really isn't that far off that. I mean, yeah, if we tested this back in the day, this could have been an early leaderboard killer, which would have been interesting. But yeah, good car, and I recommend it. I really do, because RX-7s are lovely to drive. You don't need me to recommend RX-7s to you, but maybe this one. Just give it a try and see how many giant killing performances you can pull off on some short tracks. Anyways, that is it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.
Dreams are going. I'll only you back. Got up in a wall that you are not part of. Eyes on the slit of your father with love.